Mr. Rahman, you're a philanthropist, you're a singer, you're a songwriter, and you cannot do any of those three things without hope. So when you listen to Roxana talk about this idea of choosing a path towards forgiveness in this world when there are so many who espouse hate, promote hate, use it to justify violence, where is it that you're able to maintain a sense of hope about the future?
First of all, it's a great honor being here with all these lovely people, holiness. My whole journey has been a very, very interesting one for myself and for everyone too. I lost my father when I was 9, and so I had to really discover what life is. My mom was a housemaker, and so there was a certain point where I realized that how could all this happen? There's no God. And then I found spirituality. I found the Sufi path, and I didn't know anything about any politics, about any religion. I was just into my music and my spirituality. As you're talking about inner peace, and I found that. I found that because I was very satisfied with what I was given. I was very content. And that's why all that music in the 90s, which I made from 91 to 2000, and then came 9/11. And so I started to question what's happening. Now I started to educate myself in world politics and what's happening in the Middle East, what's happening in America. Then you discover that people are people. People are lovely, they're amazing everywhere. They have families, they have sorrows, they have love, they have, aspirations. So finally you go through, I have a family, I have 3 kids, and what do you teach them? You teach that now don't discriminate between people. Don't discriminate between the poor and the rich, or this religion, that religion. Find the truth within yourself. Find what is the truth, because I believe there's a saying that every human being is a shrine of God, and whatever you believe becomes the shrine. You become that shrine, and so how can you disrespect anybody who is of another religion or another race, another color? By doing that, you're disrespecting the whole humanity. And one person's sorrow is the whole humanity's sorrow. And you start believing that. And also, His Holiness talked about ignorance, which is the main cause, I feel. Because the more you know, the less you talk, and you say, I don't know much about it, but I'll be a listener. And there's a story which I heard long back, which has influenced me so much. It talks about how each religion or how each race finds God is like an elephant which comes to this blind village. A lot of villages, everybody's blind, and one catches the leg and says, this is God. This is the leg, and this is how it feels. And the other one the trunk, other one the tusk, other one the tail, and says, this is it. But nobody's seen the whole image or what an elephant is. So for me, love is like that. Understanding is like that, knowledge is like that, God is like that. Like we've found something, but we don't know much. And there's much more to be discovered, there's much more to be understood, much more to be given. And so the idea of giving is fantastic for me, because the moment you expect things is when you feel dark, you feel selfish, you feel small, and the moment you give, which I find so much in music. Sometimes they say, we don't have money, but would you do a song for us? Yes, of course. Because it's coming from me, from another channel, and that's what it is for. But there are many other things, strings attached to many things. But if allowed, I would be doing music free. So that's it. I'm so glad to be here to be sharing all this. Thank you so much.